Hello, and welcome to the channel. My name is Tyrabell, and this is our channel Awakened, or We Are True, or Truly Awakened. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel before we begin. All the timestamps will be down below if you're no longer live. Excuse my playing cats in the back. Hopefully the noise of the toy won't distract us too much. Thank you for being here again. Join the family, comment, subscribe, etc. Today we're gonna do four piles. Almost said foil. Maybe someone's like shopping, buying some foil, making dinner, something like this. 4 piles today. Pile number 1 is the Thoth deck. Pile number 2 is the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. Pile number 3 is the Ethereal Visions Tarot. And pile number 4 is the Vision Quest deck. And I want to make sure I show you guys the artwork on the back, because whatever you're drawn to is going to be your message for today. Also, you can close your eyes and think about the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the first thing that pops into your head is the answer. If you have multiple piles that pop into your head, that means you might need to listen to more than one pile. And some of my viewers do watch all the way through. I can tell sometimes when I'm reading. Which is a smart way to use these videos, is just to let it play and take what resonates. So my reminder to the viewer is that these are for confirmation of what your intuition is telling you. So never use tarot to dictate your decision making. Always rely on yourself first and your intuition first. You are your own oracle, and you have your own guidance team, and I'm just here to do my best to help you out and give you some clarity at this time. And I love just seeing the randomness of what comes through within the readings. Okay, so let's get started. And also, for anyone that is joining the live, yes, I do offer live readings. They are $10, and then all my payment options should be pinned, and they're also in the description. If you want a private reading with me, my information is down below. So let's get started with pile number 1. let's get started with pile number 1. We have Nightmare Before Christmas playing. So again, if you're drawn to the Nightmare Before Christmas pile, make sure you check it out, pile number 1. So pile number 1, you chose the Thoth Tarot. It looks like this. You may be, or you may have had a phone call recently where like the person on the other line couldn't hear you very well. Also, you may be dealing with people who aren't listening or cannot hear you. It may be due to some sort of like technical thing, or it's also going to be Mercury retrograde, so it may be some technical difficulties with communication and being heard. There is going to be a lot of new information and also new ideas flowing your way, so make sure you're keeping a journal near your bed and writing things down, or taking notes in your notes app. Someone is a parent, and it is important that you practice gentle parenting at this time. I think that someone's afraid that gentle parenting means negligence, but maybe do more research, more study. And remember, only take what resonates, because there'll be multiple people viewing this reading. As we move through the holidays as well, it's important to acknowledge the secularness of life, that we cycle through things. So if there's any lessons or cycles that you feel like you're moving through yet again, try to exude a little bit more confidence. Not that we can control things or know exactly what to expect, but exude with your energy a little bit more confidence, more faith at this time, that you know what to expect. So let's get started. We have the World card. There's some sort of cycle closing out for you. It's a major cycle. And I always think that this lady moving through this portal, it kind of looks like a teardrop as well. So anything that has been bringing up a lot of emotions, challenging your emotional depth at this time. I think it's time to focus on the bigger picture. You might be contributing to some sort of bigger picture at this time. You might be doing some sort of work or effort that is for the long term or for the new chapter. Obviously, we have, if you're watching at the current time or whatever time you're watching, it could be a new year approaching. So make sure you're setting your intentions for that new year energy. I want to say, as soon as we walk into the next chapter, you're going to be feeling very ambitious, like very driven, very focused, and very logical about your goals, taking very swift action. Also, I want to say having more discernment with those who are poor intended. I also want to say specifically in romance. So this could be a big part of this cycle that you're moving through. Acknowledging when something is strictly physical rather than deep. So you may have a lot of people eyeing you at this time, watching you, wanting to approach you, because there are these figures around this woman that have all these masks on. You can be a man as well listening. And it looks like she's taming this snake. So I think you're wrangling some sort of lesson around, I want to say, attention-seeking personalities that really only want the physical. And she's also nude here. So maybe you're showing up, maybe you've done some work on your body, you've been working out, or you're showing up in a new way. You may be in a position of authority at work take it as it resonates. I want to say Aries season, you're going to feel this sense of a shift, walking through some sort of threshold into a new reality and feeling very, very ambitious about it. Just make sure you're not getting distracted, because that would be tied to some sort of lesson you're meant to be really closing up and learning more about healthy masculine energy, even within yourself. So that's why I saw someone like who works in an office. Maybe you work around a lot of men as well. Maybe people that watch you. Having these boundaries is really good, because maybe you are very ambitious and it gives off a very seductive energy to others. It can come off very alluring or intimidating or enticing to people. So again, stick to that healthy masculine energy that knows how to have depth. Sorry, my kitten is on the table, so I want to make some space for her. The next card that we have is the Seven of Wands, Velour. So for me, this is a boundaries card. This is maybe dealing with competition at work, or it could be just simply distractions, adversity in your own personal life, and really, again, showing up in your confidence to combat any adversity at this time. Or sometimes it's just like practicing having boundaries, and standing in that energy of like strength and determination, right? Endurance. There's some sort of communication that will be important. So make sure you're being authentic and talking to others from that sense of like, I know what I'm saying is valid or accurate. You might have to stand on business and be a little bit more assertive or domineering, especially if you are in a position of power and there's people trying to challenge that power. Whatever communication you are doing is to aid some sort of swift movement, swift changes. It could be travel and someone is physically moving. There's some sort of new financial security. It could be because of this new position, this higher position, or this new chapter where you feel like your money's good and you're feeling a little bit more confident. So there still will be adversity. So make sure you're getting grounded, getting balanced, and I want to say exuding healthy masculine confidence. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy. So again, stand on business. So communicate from a place of, I want to say limitlessness as well. So if you need to change direction, you can. Make sure you're not getting too short-sighted, especially if there are, people or places that are challenging you. It's not a time to shy away from the movement, the change, or conversation, even having conversations, because it could change things for you or increase your abundance or security in some way. So this is all a part of this lesson that you're closing out. We have the disappointment card. So I want to say that maybe you or someone else is projecting or was projecting. This feels like a past energy. Every time we get this disappointment card, it's something that happened recently or in the recent past. And it's created this disappointment. There was some sort of projection like, I'm not secure enough, or so-and-so is not secure enough. There could also have been some sort of like third party circumstance feeling challenged, someone's ego being challenged, or their masculinity being challenged, their ability to lead or their ability to establish some sort of income, especially if you're a small business owner. So this is clarified by the Emperor. So a disappointment around a father figure, a masculine figure. But if you are a masculine, this could be just feelings of disappointment within love, or I want to say some sort of position in life. And I want to say there is a turnaround. There is some sort of turnaround where it is balancing itself out. And as much as we don't want to hear it, moving through those more deep emotions can kind of be a breakthrough to something that could be more secure or stable. And I want to say it is to empower the position of authority. So don't take it as a no. Like, the universe isn't trying to tell you no or trying to hold you back, especially if you're dealing with adversity. It's actually a yes. It's like saying yes, apply for that job. It's saying yes, keep going with your business. It's saying yes, you will be secure enough. And I would say these lessons are going to feel a little bit more assured around Aries season, because the Emperor is an Aries card. So make sure you are embodying, I can't say it enough, very healthy masculine energy. If you're seeing any animal totems, make sure you're paying attention to them. There's so many actually here. I was going to name a few, but there's too many for me to name. So if you're seeing any animal totems, make sure you're paying attention. If this has to do with romance, disappointment in romance, you will be surprised about the income. I'm going to keep that. About the income and the outcome much later. Right now, work through the depths of the emotions, the disappointments. It is going to help you shine and lead better. So it's a yes from the universe, especially if you came into this reading with a question on your heart. The answer is yes. We have this interference card. So this is self-limitation. I said that already. So, there's some sort of limiting beliefs you may have. And again, when we hit rock bottom emotionally, or we kind of give up on something, it can help us see where we've been limiting our reality or ourselves moving forward. And those limiting self-beliefs are our own way of, it can be like self-sabotaging ourselves, or it could be rooted in so much of our past or our patterns or our habits that we don't see it. And this is a card of, it's time to make those limiting beliefs clear to yourself, so you can at least do something about it. You can start shifting the mindset. Also, not overthinking at this time or giving into any complacency. It's time to commit. So if you've been doubting whether you should commit to something, commit to this position, commit to this job, commit to this idea, the focus at this time, it is time to commit. So build your routines around it. Make sure you're praying about it and meditating on it. Again, I did say in the beginning to keep a notebook nearby, because I think you might get a little bit of downloads or support from whatever you believe in, God. So it's time to show up fully, and the best way to do that is to fully commit. I can't stress that enough. Ground the ideas, ground yourself, and the best way to ground yourself is in your routine. So if it's, I will make time to walk outside, I will make time to pray, I will make time to meditate, I will make time for yoga, then do those things, because it's going to help you be consistent and choose what it is that you want, rather than letting the internal interference block what God has in store for you, or whatever you believe in, right? Your higher power. Let's get some clarifiers from our oracle deck. The song that's playing is Miles Runs the Voodoo Down by Miles Davis. So maybe if you're working or playing, creatively, you can play that song. And I don't think it has any words. It's just like jazz. And give it a listen. I'm hearing silence the noise, so there is some sort of internal distractions, some disappointment, some interference, and maybe some external challenge, but you will be moving beyond these challenges. Someone shops at Trader Joe's. I just heard fearless flyer, and I personally grabbed me a fearless flyer. So maybe someone's going to be at Trader Joe's. They're going to hand you a fearless flyer, or maybe you should take one. There might be like a recipe in it that you may find interesting, intriguing, helpful. So someone's focused on dinner. Make sure you're not giving up on the idea of love, pile number 1. Embody that confidence. So the first card we have is Justice, and it says, by the power of 3x3 Mayat, deliver justice to me. You can always look into Mayat and study the her laws, the karmic laws. I think it's interesting information. Also, I want to say trust that you're on the right side of karma at this time, especially if you're dealing with legal matters or an imbalanced circumstance, adversity. So there's going to be something playing out in your favor. I want to say fairly quickly. It's time to like wrap up cycles at this time. So I want to say trust that the circumstance will balance out for you. If you're seeing daggers, and maybe comment down below a dagger if this resonates, but if you're seeing daggers as well, these are confirmations that this is your reading. And the Justice card has the number 5 on it, and 5 is a symbol of challenge, change, and freedom. So freedom being the last word, it's like you can't experience that contrast of freedom without challenge, without adversity, without difficulty sometimes. So embrace the highs and lows, but there will be justice. Someone may live in the mountains. Also, someone may be becoming a judge as well, or you may be someone who is credible to judge the circumstances or the situation at this time. The next card, I almost said the next sentencing. I'm telling you, someone's becoming a judge. The Union of Hearts says there's an explanation, or there's a connection of love that defies explanation. So someone might be dealing with a spiritual contract or a 5D connection. You may see this person in your dreams or think about them often. So I want to say there is some sort of, even the fact that these two make a tree, it's like a long lineage or a deep-rooted connection. So that can be karmic, can be very karmic. So maybe someone's looking for a positive outcome in a circumstance of love or within matters of the heart. So there may be a union of hearts. I do see that. I don't think it is going to be now, but it could be in the future. So I want to say hold your horses, but hang on to the idea, hang on to the concept. So we have the medallion. And for me right now, this is a good time to really look over the things that you desire. And if you're watching when I'm filming this, even if you're not though, if you have like a list of things that you need or want, make sure you're reevaluating your list of wants and needs. And remember too that like wants and needs are pretty much the same thing. If you want something, it's a guarantee that you may need it in some way. So I think sometimes we write our wants off because we're told to focus on our needs, which is a very scarce mindset, or it can lend to a scarce mindset. But also vice versa. If you have things that you feel like you want and they don't serve a higher purpose, it's time to reevaluate those things. So Don't just do what you think you should do or pursue what you think you should pursue. Do what you need to do. Do what you want to do. So values, you're calibrating. You're recalibrating and figuring out a new value system at this time. So the medallion. That way when you receive it, it does feel as good as you think it's going to feel. So like sometimes making money can be like that. You know, if we're not making money, if we're making a lot of money, but in a crappy way, it can be very degrading. But if we're making sometimes less money in a healthy environment, it can really contribute to your overall health and well-being. So find a balance. You want to get the best thing, but also get the best thing for you, right? Finding a balance. We have the unseen. So again, someone needs to connect with spirit. Your spirit guides are very close, or God is very close to you at this time, your angels. Maybe you feel spirit. You may be, sensing that there's change, or you might be very intuitive. But for me, the unseen is like being in touch with the other side, what's beyond the veil. And maybe sometimes not acknowledging it and it being referred to as the unseen. Someone else feels unseen. Maybe you feel that you're not visible enough at this time. For someone else, you could be being like watched, but I don't want to lean into any vigilance. So pile number 1, make sure you're not procrastinating. If you feel a push to take action, take that action. Take the necessary steps. Think of any question. It can be anything. Also, make sure you're dressing warm at night wherever you live. It's going to get colder, so just make sure you're really dressing up nice and warm. Pile number 1. Think of any question that you feel is unresolved, and pause the video if you need a little bit more time to think of anything. It can be anything. So pile number 1, your answer is no. I'm going to get you one last card. Spirit is saying someone's going to go shopping. So again, try a new approach. Make sure you're confident when you're shopping. So it could be gifting people things. Someone's actually getting their hair and nails done. Or doing like physical grooming things. So I want to say don't approach it in ways that you have in the past. Do it your way as to who you are in this moment. And, I want to say ground yourself, connect with spirit as much as you can. That way, I want to say you feel in touch. Pile number 1. So enjoy yourself. I hope you have fun. Someone's coming into some sort of like security, stability. Maybe you're a little bit nervous about it. And maybe you want to have your partner by your side while you're experiencing this moment. And I think you will, pile number 1. If you're single. If not, this is like you're already with your partner and you just literally want them to come with you. Okay, so I hope that this resonated. Again, comment down below a dagger if it did. And if you see that symbol anywhere, this is your confirmation that this was your reading. Thank you for being here. If you're going to stay and listen to another pile, go for it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us. So if you love this content, please do so. It would mean a lot to me. Let's get on to pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. You chose the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, and you may be drawn to another pile because one of the songs from this film started playing in the other pile. Can you guess which one it was? Also, this is a film that involves Christmas themes. And you don't have to be watching around the time that I'm filming, but the holiday may be important to you. It could also be important to this message. If you live in a snowy area, make sure you're driving very slow through the snow. Leave early, and make sure you leave early or be late. Leave early or be late. You'd rather be safe than sorry. I want to say pile number 2, connect with your guides a little bit more. Make sure you're meditating, or some people like to be like, okay, guides, if this, then show me a pink flower, and then they detach, and then if they see the pink flower, it's a confirmation. So maybe do small subtle things to try to connect with your guides, especially I want to say around the holiday season. In the winter time, I find that the veil is it's very thin. It's very thin. It's very easy time to connect with, especially like our ancestors, angels, guides. I want to say pile number 2, your ancestry is important as well. Tradition in some way. Someone is neurodivergent. Take it only what resonates. There's someone who has like a mole on their back. A significant mole. That would be a confirmation for somebody. Also, foul language, derogatory language is not acceptable, okay? So maybe someone's hearing someone speak this way, or it could be like family members. Someone's like at the table dodging questions. All right, let's get into it now. Sorry, I could keep channeling. And sometimes when I channel, like, my guides hijack my mouth. And then, like, the word like just came out just a few seconds ago, and I wasn't trying to say that. But we're going to keep going. Also, make sure you're careful about what you're saying around certain people, okay? Pile number 2. So the first card we have is the Star. So a period of deep, deep healing. Sometimes it's like breaking open for me. And I am someone who believes that, like, when you emotionally balance yourself out after maybe withholding certain emotions or avoiding feeling certain emotions, once you get to the point of like breaking open, it actually improves your aura and it improves your physical beauty. So that is something I believe it has to resonate with you in order for it to be real. But if you too resonate with this is kind of that energy of like, you get a sad day and then the next day you wake up and you feel like a little bit more jovial. It could be a period of really like doing some deep, deep healing work. There is some sort of, again, I want to say increase. So after you're doing this healing work or during, you're going to feel maybe more magnetic or attractive. There may be like magical occurrences where like you go to pay and someone's paid for you, or you get it for free. You may have magical occurrences where people start giving you things, or you may just have a lot of people approaching you or looking at you at this time. I want to say make sure that you're not giving into like remember that obsession or obsession and like someone being clingy, like that is not love. So attraction is not love. I want you to remember that during this phase, especially if you're doing some deep healing work. It could be making you very magnetic, and you don't want to give in to other people's obsession, and you don't want to be being obsessive at this time, because you might find that things come to you very easily. Someone may even be like Christmas shopping, and you might find the item really easily. So just, I would say, focus on the emotional work, focus on your healing work, be hopeful, be, I want to say optimistic, but it's like more than optimism. It's like you have to have faith in something. And I want to say do your own self-care. Do your own self-care. Focus on yourself. Do not focus on the physical around you right now. Because the more that you are detached and the more that you are self-focused in a healthy way, again, you might be navigating some sort of circumstances where there might be gaslighters or people who don't want you to see you shine or something like this. So make sure that you are, again, not giving into any obsessive tendencies or fixating on the physical. I want to say it will come naturally. So we have the Justice card. There is some sort of good karma, some good news also. If someone's dealing with like a court case, it's going to go in your favor. It's going to work out for you. High chance the Sun Dragon. Ashe, welcome to the chat. And whatever this justice is, I want to say you will be left alone after this. So it's already happening, or it's very soon. It's like you're going to get some good news, or something's going to play out in your favor, and you're going to finally feel like things are just, and you'll finally get to, I want to say, retreat, isolate, focus on this healing work, or focus on yourself again. There's some sort of new information during an isolation period from your spirit guides to change some sort of thinking habits. So especially if you're obsessing around your physical, if it's not looking like what you manifested, or if it's not exactly the way you wanted it to be in some way, there is some sort of mindset that you are stuck in. And isolation really helps us acknowledge our own patterns. And some of them can be internal patterns, right? It's not always like things we're physically doing. Sometimes it starts within, right? We initiate from where we're coming from, from the inside out, right? So I want to say good karma on your side, something played out in your favor. It's going to allow you to retreat. And during that process, it could be already happening, changing some sort of way of thinking. So that way you don't have to keep reliving whatever you're healing from at this time. We have this Eight of Wands. So this came out on another pile as well. There's some sort of communication. Make sure you're getting to the root or the heart of the matter, especially after you've spent some time looking deeper into yourself and into the circumstance, getting some clarity. So once it's time to make a move or communicate, travel, make sure you're looking deeply within to the circumstances and communicating from that space of authenticity, transparency. There is some sort of quick change. So again, focus on the heart of the matter. We have the song that's playing is Nothing Can Change This Love by Sam Cooke, so give it a listen if it resonates. So this is the Five of Pentacles. I want to say it's time to get out of a space of like a lack of gratitude. Also, which sounds, it sounds very superficial, but like whatever the circumstances, it's beyond winning and losing. And someone might be residing in an energy of like I've lost or I'm losing. And it's beyond that. So whatever is changing at this time, it's going to highlight some sort of insecurity, and there is some sort of vigilance or like mind games. It could be mind games. And if your intuition is highlighting that, make sure you're listening, because your intuition is always correct, especially if you are vigilant or someone is playing mind games. You want to see it clearly, any like immature behavior. And if it's highlighting an insecurity, pay attention to that. There is someone around you who is tripping. They're in some sort of trickery, or it's like maybe it intends to be playful, but it ends up being just childish in some way. So your intuition is correct. And maybe there's someone who's demanding too much of your energy because of their own short-sighted insecurities. So take it as it resonates. Either way, you should be focused on whatever change is necessary and or occurring. The song that's playing now is I think it's He Belongs to You by the Avassin, I don't know how to say this, Baptist Choir, or Heaven Belongs to You. All right, let's keep going. We're going to get some oracle. There also might be some Christian beliefs that do not serve you, that create vigilance. That might resonate for somebody. Make sure you're checking your beliefs. Your vigilance can also highlight some sort of insecurity, or maybe even like neglect, emotional neglect, mental neglect. And when I say that, I'm not blaming you or blaming anyone, but it can stem from childhood, right? Spirit is asking someone to move beyond some sort of religious programming and just take what services you. Leave the rest. So we have knowledge. Let me connect above and below. Let knowledge of my ancestors flow. I also heard kinetic. So again, I said that in the beginning. Someone needed to do some more meditating. However you connect with your guides, maybe sit in some nature, grab a warm cup of tea and just sit outside, listen to nature and pay attention to the thoughts and the images and the synchronicities that flow and happen around you. There may be a book also that you can crack open at this time, and it may have answers for you, so pay attention. Also, our ancestors can speak to us through our dream state, through symbolism. So someone's getting answers in their isolation or as they're moving about their day. So this card says, love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this truth. So again, I said someone needs to sit outside in nature. And this woman's like whirling around, and there's birds and there's animals, there's people. Do some people watching. Pay attention to any thoughts or answers or clarity that surfaces. And remember that you're not alone. So if you don't believe in connecting with your ancestors, it might be time to consider that. And someone may have love and romance on the brain. So this says, lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection, especially if you're within a partnership. Take time out to build up some sort of romantic day, hour, minutes, moments. Remember that like love is created, so if you want to experience that romance, make sure you're offering it to your partner and communicating with your partner. asking for romance if you need to, lighting that flame if you need to. So maybe take your partner dancing, or, establish a relationship where you can ask for that sort of thing, right? So we have the forest, and the forest always reminds me of like a childlike mindset or whimsy, so like fantasy. So it pairs perfectly with the romance card. You may need to lean into some more like childlike fantasy, romance. Someone needs to go walk outside. There's some sort of like ideas you might have while you're on a walk. I'm hearing storming the station, so that might resonate with somebody. That might be a confirmation. Also, emeralds or deep green stones might be good for you at this time to carry. Also, remember that children are very generous. They're very generous creatures when they are being treated well. They're very generous. So maybe returning to some sort of innocence. I'm hearing wanderlust. So make sure you're manifesting. Do something creative to manifest at this time. And again, fixate on your fantasy. Fixate on your fantasies. Think of a question. It can be anything. The song that's playing now is Complicated by Sad Boy. You might want to give it a listen. So maybe something is a little bit complicated. Think of a question, anything that you feel is unanswered. Pause this video if you need a little bit more time to think of something. Your answer is no. Pile number 2. I'm going to get you one last card. There's some sort of justice. Something is going to play out in your favor. So if you asked a question that was rooted in like shame, guilt, feeling bad, no. The answer is no. Doubt. Any doubt? So your last message is there's some sort of past life healing work happening. So even if it's things that you don't know from, you can't recall from childhood, like there's things that we come to the planet with. I don't think we should fixate on our past lives. Like some people come here and they start to fixate a little bit too much on their past life. Like not our job, but there are some sort of long-term healing goals and things that you're working on. So increasing your sensitivity, creativity, gentleness, introspectiveness, acknowledging your shyness or areas that you might be passive at this time. Tapping into that sensitivity, that whimsy, the fantasy is really important. Maybe you like red pandas. Look up their animal totem at this time. I'm pretty sure they like to play in snow. They might be a more like winter animal if I'm correct. So also you are working on your root chakra. So the root chakra, when it's in balance, it can be childhood issues that are currently affecting you, and it can mess with your sexuality, your libido, your sensuality, your intimacy, your ability to feel feminine. Even if you're a masculine, we have both energies and they should be very balanced. Your relationships, creativity, emotions. If you're female, uterus, your joy, your relaxation can make you feel fearful or emotionally stressed. So balance your root chakra, look up the chakras, get into your bag. Chance the Sun Dragon says, literally channeled that while writing the other day. Good. I'm so happy that I can be your reflection in this moment. So pile number 2, comment down below a tree to represent the forest card if this resonated, and if you see any foresty whimsical trees, that's going to be your confirmation that this is your reading while you're like out and about and moving through your day. Thank you for being here. I hope that this resonated. I hope that this helped. Again, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because it helps us out. And hit the bell button if you want to be notified when we'll be live. It'll make it really easy and you can just pop on in. And we're going to move on to pile 3. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, I see the trees in the chat. Thank you. Okay, sorry, pile number 3. Taking a second. I'm trying to take my time this time because I don't like when I rush through these because it makes me feel like I'm not getting the message across well. So if I relax, then my nervous system's relaxed, and I think it comes out really nicely. Hello, pile number 3. You chose Ethereal Visions Tarot. The song that's playing is Know Myself by Justine Skye. This is giving a relationship reading, but we're going to see. So if you came here with love on the brain, I got you. I heard trickster energy. So maybe you've been confused and feeling a little stuck or bombarded. Let me see what these lyrics say. So he says, I'm going to get your number, never call you. Say you know me the better than I know myself. For you, I did all these things, so I don't need to show it. I tried everything, but you claim you wasn't ready. So I want to say confusion, feeling like, are you kidding? Maybe mixed signals, dealing with mixed signals within a relationship. You might be called to another pile, so consider that as well. Someone's quite literally getting a bag for Christmas. If you're a female or even a male, you could get a nice bag, like an expensive bag. Make sure you cherish yourself at this time during the holiday season or whenever you find this. Someone needs to change their soap. It's creating issues. Like it could be like skin issues, like allergies, reactions. I'm hearing preventative care. I'm also hearing lackluster. So maybe you thought something was going to be better than it was. It was lackluster. And maybe you like saw the signs. Like you saw the signs, but you ignored them. So they're saying cater to yourself, especially if you feel depleted. So someone needs to change their lotion and their soap because it's creating issues. Like you might be allergic to one of the ingredients, or it's creating some sort of reaction. And it may affect your emotions too, like create inability to like process your emotions or feeling like stressed, emotionally stressed. It's not a time to cower. I don't like using that word. That's just how it came through. So if you're going to feel like something's uncertain, it's better to be in your innocence. So ignorance is bliss type beat. Don't cower, right? Don't shy away. Don't pull back. Just be present, be open, be receptive. I want to say they're saying stand still. So don't like run away. Just stand still. So someone needs to hear like stay where you're at, stay calm, be present. Also, I'm hearing like be vibrant. So don't try to fit in to your environment. Stand out. We have the Two of Pentacles. So there's some sort of change. It can be like a financial shift. It could also be a change in your schedule, something that will hopefully it intends to bring more balance. So if you're making a change within your finances or within your job, or you're going to try something different, you're hoping that it brings you a little bit more, sturdiness, stability. So there is some sort of embracing of change. It's like a small shift, but you're hoping that it creates some sort of balance, right? It's a choice. It's a small choice. This could have to do with a partnership or relationship. Maybe there was some sort of imbalance. So if you can see here, there's a white cup and then there's a dark cup. And also behind it is the healthcare symbol. And for me, it's two snakes, so intertwining. And snakes can represent our Kundalini energy. And so if you're not in any partnership, this can be work related as well. Friendship or romantic relationship that is not improving your health, then it is not a good one. It's an imbalanced one. So there might be small changes and shifts. This could also to be like change your routine so you can be with your partner. You can make time for your partner. This could be changing the way that you show up for your partnership financially, your friendship financially. This could be, maybe someone's going to try something different within their relationship. Like they're going to, maybe this is just an example, so you have to take it as it resonates, but like maybe you're not a dancer, but you want to take your partner dancing, right? So you might learn something new to create more balance. You know, that would be a big change for someone who doesn't find themselves dancing very often, right? So whatever this change is, make sure you're thinking optimistically about it. And again, if your partnerships, if your relationships, even if it's friendships, family, if it's not built in confidence, it is not healthy. It is not healthy. So whatever change is necessary, whatever changes you are making at this time, Spirit sees them. And if you haven't made these changes, this is your confirmation to do so. So there's some sort of rebalancing. Also acknowledging when, you know, someone is poor intended. Do not ignore those signs. Don't ignore when someone has superficial intentions with you. It won't be worth it. So maybe this is something that you're learning from, and maybe you're doing some repair work to reclaim your sense of security. Maybe you have already made these changes or you intend to. So we have the kinship card, and you know, within your relationships, this is kind of the energy that you want. It's two children. They don't look the same. Again, we're sticking with this differences, opposites attract type of card. And it is important that you embrace, you know, feeling a sense of balance within your partnerships, relationships, friendships, family. So this kinship card can be like past life energy. It can be childhood friends. So maybe you're meeting up with old friends. It can also be reconciliation. So romantically, platonically, and in any shape or form, right? Nostalgia even. So there's some sort of, I want to say, divine intervention or angelic support around some sort of connection that has a deep, it could be a past life connection. It can have like deep roots, even if in this lifetime you don't necessarily see how deep it goes. So make sure you're releasing the need to be right. There might be things that are outside of your control. And it is all to temper the situation. I heard cinching. Someone might be cinching something, or it could also be like a waist, like a dress. She has a really beautiful dress on here, cinching the waist. So this is the angelic support that's here for you, and some sort of reconciliation or nostalgic connection. And again, surrender the need to be right, especially if you're healing from any tumultuous or imbalanced situations. The song that's playing now is Don't Let Anyone Bring You, I'm sure it says Down, by Minnie Riperton. Yes, don't let anyone bring you down. So this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who's very independent, very magnetic, very attractive. You may not be in a relationship or a partnership at this time. Maybe you are battling with feeling like it's not happening in the time frame that you believe it should be, or maybe you did make an investment and you feel like it didn't turn out. But either way, independently, you have what you need, and you will continue to have that. So it's like not a thing of like, I don't feel like I'm lacking in any area other than maybe being supported by others. So that could be within your friendships or in connections in some sort of way. And Spirit is reminding you that it's not about time. It's not about getting to XYZ goals within a certain frame of time. It is about maintaining your sense of independence and still aligning with the outcome that you desire. And that might be really hard to hear, especially if you're feeling indecisive or maybe even clinging on to something. So refocus if you need to make any necessary change. But I think that will be easy for you because you tend to maybe be more self-reliant. So focus on your self-care at this time, especially if any feelings of failure are surfacing. Those are good opportunities to align. So if you have like a visual journal, if you want to visualize and meditate, if you want to watch your favorite movie that emulates something that you'd like to experience, anything to shift the vibes temporarily, but obviously, put in the work as well long term. Don't fall out of alignment. That wouldn't help, right? So we have this Knight of Swords. This is an archetype of someone who is very ambitious. And I believe that this Knight of Swords, if this isn't you, this is someone else, is someone who really wants to get their shit together, like financially. They don't want to be a Nine of Swords forever. They don't want to be working hard and working for someone else or putting in all this time and effort forever. Eventually, they want to be someone who has investments or security or property in some way. They want to be someone who has some sort of grounded reality, grounded routine, grounded finances, abundance. So there's some sort of healing work occurring, and make sure you're leaning away from overthinking. Or if this is this Knight of Swords, if this is someone else, they really need to lean away from overthinking and getting grounded. It is okay to fixate on our finances. Obviously, we should want to be secure. And I think that relationships are more important to that than we realize. So having someone healthy to lean on as well in life as we are being ambitious is important. So there is some sort of divinely timed connection. And I'm hearing forethought. So maybe someone's like reminiscing on a time that they may be now experiencing, or they might be thinking about something before it's happened. Someone's planning, and there is some sort of important lesson here for everyone involved. I can see up to 2 parties in this reading. But if this is you, then there is some sort of important lesson that is meant to be learned. And I think you are learning it. So it's like, accept and stay focused. Like, don't be distracted. Get grounded. Focus on the necessary change. Let's get some oracle. Maybe someone is coming back together with someone else, and you do have to seriously like relinquish what's happened in the past. It could be very literal in that way. Like, establish healthy boundaries with what has already happened. Again, pay attention to the products and the things that you're putting on and inside of your body, pile number 3, or this could be advice to someone around you. If they're having issues, make sure you're paying attention to what you're hearing from your friends or family, and remind them, to check the ingredients on things. So we have harmony. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. So someone is manifesting more harmony within their life or fixating on that. So we talked a little bit about alignment, and some days we don't have all the energy in the world to conquer our biggest dreams and goals. So make it small. Harmony can be as simple as he or she's cooking a meal. Be intentional with your ingredients. Set yourself up for success instead of failure. Making sure that you are including ingredients that mean something to you or have healthy benefits or metaphysical properties. And if it's not as far as food, it could be like setting intentions before bed, or saying affirmations. So someone might be actually a creator, and if you're not a creator, this can be within your relationship. So make sure that you are open to reciprocity, I want to say. Open to harmony, open to being cared for, and to being caring, right? We have the Justice card. By the power of 3x3, Mayat, deliver justice to me. So there may be some sort of difficult period coming to an end, and it may be turning out in your favor. With the Harmony card and the Justice card, things are going to balance out for the better, and things will start to feel a little bit more calm, a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more just. So we have take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So there might be some sort of kinship that is worth your time and energy. It might also just be an opportunity. And as you can see, there's these two are moving through this portal. And it feels like from a stormy side to a more calm side. So justice within some sort of relationship, partnership. And again, we talked about change. So the word change is on here. Changed forever. Our lives are changed forever. But also taking a chance. So initiate change if necessary. Release needing to have it all or be right. We have the vessel. So someone works out and takes care of their body. Someone may be focusing on the ingredients in their diet. Also, we talked about shower products, hair products. This girl is in a bath. She's taking a bath. So take care of your body at this time. Take care of your vessel. You might be an expert. You might be like some sort of, I heard a physician. Someone else might be like a physical therapist. And you might need to see a physician or a physical therapist. Take it as it resonates. But either way, regard your body as a vessel. And I'm hearing somatic stretches as well. Also, this orangish yellow kind of looks like our sacral energy. So the ladies who are cycling at this time, acknowledge what cycle you're in, and acknowledge how you feel. Everybody needs to acknowledge how they feel. So think of any question that you feel may be unanswered. The song that's playing now is Show Me Love by Alicia Keys featuring Miguel. Any question that you feel is unanswered, pause the video if you need a little bit more time. It can be any question. Pile number 3, your answer is no. And I'm going to clarify with an extra card. The last card for this pile. Okay. So pile 3, I know that you may not take this advice to heart, because who am I? I'm just a silly girl on the internet giving out tarot readings for free. But your guides are reminding you to take the guidance, take the advice, also to listen to your angels. But maybe you are someone who gives a good advice, and just because you feel someone isn't listening or open does not mean it's not needed. So obviously don't give out unsolicited advice, but be a well of wisdom if you have that information, and also don't be afraid to receive wisdom. So the last card, actually I'm not going to show you these cards, I made them myself. The last card says follow your heart. So if there's something on your heart, take action, make the necessary changes, follow your heart. I think it'll play out better than you anticipate. And I want to say, pile 3, you look good. You're looking good. You're very attractive at this time. Your beauty is very alluring at this time, even for you masculines. So I want to say show up fully. be aligned with the outcome you feel you deserve, but also surrender the need to be right. Okay, that was pile number 3. I really hope that was helpful. Comment down below a sun if this resonated for this vessel card, feeling confident in your body and treating your body with care, great care. Hopefully you guys aren't, dealing with any like hormonal imbalances or anything like that. So also setting the intent that like we're feeling good, our bodies are functioning at their highest vitality, and that everything's working as it should. Thank you for being here. And if you see a sundial while you're out, that's your confirmation that this was your reading. If you feel called to another pile, go for it. I'm happy to have you. Like, comment, and subscribe, please, because it supports this channel. And you can always hit the bell button if you want to know when we're live. Thank you again, pile number 3. Both my beans are gone. I don't know where they are. They're normally in here playing, but they're gone. It's also a little chilly in here. I gotta heat it up so they can feel comfy and cozy. Excuse me. I burped. Let's see. Our last and final pile. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome to the channel. I am happy to be your reader. And you chose the Vision Quest deck. You guys may be in a committed situation, so you might have a partner that's like, I want to do everything with you. You guys might work together, live together, something like this. Maybe, especially with my readings are timeless, but the past election, there may be some sort of like reflection work that you're doing, commentary that you have on the state of society. There's some sort of reflections, and maybe you have a platform where you're able to discuss these things, or you should. Maybe you have a good perspective, or a perspective that is valuable. necessary. Someone here is famous and they have fan pages and they make those like lust videos over them. It's like slow motion with the cute music, and it's like really good videos, like collected and curated. So someone might be like a social media person listening to this. You might work online. I'm hearing seventh heaven. I don't know what that is. I'm just hearing seventh heaven. If you are someone who is, oh my God, my light just turned off. Oh my God, hold on. Okay, that was weird as I said that. So one of you is like a social media, like you're into politics, social media and politics, and you might get like really aggressive people that talk to you online or have hate speech towards you because of your beliefs. That's interesting. Only take what resonates. Sorry. And maybe Pal 4, this is more general, so you may resonate with this. Maybe you are someone who has had to have blind confidence in what you do. So the Spirit is acknowledging that. Also, I started drawing the number 5. So maybe you're born in the 5th month, 5th day. Next year is 2025. So 5 might be a significant number. I'm also hearing the air it out method, and I coined this term. Not really, but for me, the air it out method is like, I'd rather say exactly what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, even if it sounds irate or crazy to someone, because at least I can look back and I know I was being honest. And sometimes I notice in my reality, if I air it out, it shifts my reality. Change happens a lot easier. So I might be deemed as crazy to the people around me, but if I air it out, I'm supported in my authenticity, right? So that might resonate with you, pile number 4. The first card we have is fear. So maybe I heard stranger danger. Maybe you're a little bit afraid of connecting with maybe strangers, especially if you are someone who has a platform and you get a lot of like hefty comments, something like this. You are going to move through whatever fear is surfacing at this time really easily. This year is the year of the dragon. Next year is the year of the snake. So on this world card, this is a clarifier. On the world card, there is a snake and it's surrounding the world. So really look into the year of the snake and the symbolism of the snake. Trust that your interpretation or what you're picking up on an intuitive level, what this next year will entail, is factual, that is valid, because that's how you will experience this next year. And Spirit is just showing that you'll be moving beyond some sort of fears very gracefully, closing out some sort of chapter or long lessons that you've been moving through, cycling through. The song that's playing now is Cool by Daniel Caesar. Make sure you're looking into any other animal totems or symbols that I want to say approach you, meaning you see them all the time and they're so potent. Like for me, one of my biggest animal totems I saw in a pranayama class during my meditation, and it has followed me since. So don't think it's silly. Really look into like Native American totems or your culture's totems. This deck is Native American. So But there will be some significant healing or overcoming fear, especially this next year. And you will do so with grace, pile 4. So have confidence. We have the 9 of Earth. I think that this card came out, I want to say in every single pile, actually. In every single pile. This card for me is self-care and attraction, magnetism. So it says accumulation on this card, and it just looks like this fruit is falling gently into this basket. So it's the ability to attract things very easily and have your needs met really easily because of your self-awareness or your value. And value a lot of times is created by us through our beliefs, through our routines, through our practices. So that's why I always say it's my self-care card, because how we carry ourselves, how we view ourselves is what the world sees in us, right? So you decide how you want to be treated. There's some sort of happiness in your routine or in your ability to manifest easily. So really lean into that playfulness, happiness, joy, optimism at this time, even if it's like, even if you're dealing with adversity and it feels a bit like pretentious or naive. So the Sun card really literally can be our inner child. And I think, especially if you're into politics and global issues and things like that, then look how the world treats children, So you have to operate in joy and you have to operate in happiness despite whatever's happening around you, especially if you want to have your needs met and you believe in a brighter day. You might be reflecting on your past relationships, especially romantic ones. And as you do so, obviously take accountability for whatever you can take accountability for, but do not stress yourself out reliving the past, and make sure you're setting some boundaries with the past so you can focus on being optimistic and your self-care. So we have the Medicine Woman, high intuition, high connectivity to the planet, to Earth, to maybe the moon phases. Again, someone's very connected to animal totems as well. There's something that wants to distract you from your intuition or your connectivity to the planet. It could be work related. It could be your fears, your own fears that are distracting you from growing in some way. Someone may have a spiritual business. If not, you very much may rely on your intuition in some sort of collaborative space or whatever you do professionally. So make sure you're not, I want to say, watching too much television or social media or anything propaganda that might block you from growing, especially financially at this time, or connecting with other people at this time. So if your intuition is making you aware of anything important that may take you off of your self-love, self-care path, then it is not contributing to your growth. It's a distraction. We also have this grandfather. So this could be literally a ancestor on the other side. If this is not you, then it is some sort of masculine energy. It could be also someone on the planet. The grandfather is the emperor. So someone in a position of authority. Someone who may own their own business. And if this is you, it's some sort of financial breakthrough. So have courage at this time. You may be receiving some sort of unexpected support financially or check. So there's some sort of breakthrough. This could be also within your position in life, your sense of authority. Sunflowers for me represent, it's kind of like the Sun card, just that confidence, having confidence in oneself. If this is your partner, this could be having confidence in your partner or receiving some sort of gift from a partner. So be courageous, pile number 4. Whether you are this medicine woman or the grandfather energy, this could definitely be a partnership here. And for the female, it would be, trusting your intuition regarding some sort of collaboration in your project. Not getting distracted, because for whatever reason, your intuition is very important to what you do or how you connect with others. And then this grandfather energy, giving or receiving some sort of support, which creates a breaking down of something that was holding one or both parties back. So courage. I'm also hearing Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Maybe someone enjoyed that show growing up. Also, I want to say look to nature, wherever you are. Make sure you're spending time near a window or outside if possible. Pay attention to the animals you encounter. I'm hearing be selfish. Make sure your cup is full. That way, if you are giving, you will be giving from a full cup. So I'm hearing my cup runneth over. I do feel like pile 4, you probably are in a partnership. Of some sorts, romantic or platonic. So we have the Harvest card. Sorry, this is the long one. It says, as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. So something manifesting very easily, a flow of an abundance after putting in some sort of effort. There is a temptation to be distracted for whatever reason. So make sure you're fixating on whatever's coming in for you, because you've worked hard, you've earned it. You're worthy. Make space. Show up for yourself. Delegate. Make sure you're delegating. Especially the grandfather energy. Someone needs to make peace with who they are. Maybe you can't accept that you're an abundant person and you're in a position to delegate. You're in a position of authority. You could be like a father figure. So accept who you are. And I'm hearing throwing rocks and throwing stones. So maybe someone has dealt with adversity. I'm also hearing pick-me energy. Steer away from the pick-me's, the instigators, the attention seekers. I'm hearing cohorts. Isn't that collaborators, cohorts? So you and your collaborators, you might be receiving some sort of abundance, some sort of overflow, harvest, something you've worked hard for, flourishing, thriving. So this says, love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person deserving of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Do not push away your blessings just because you don't want to accept who you are, pile number 4. Embrace it. You're beautiful, you're handsome, you're abundant. It's time to start feeling yourself. Make sure you're dressing up, look the part. Steer clear of any games. So if you know your value, you're not gonna, settle for anything, right? You're gonna steer away from it. She's literally a ship. Steer yourself in the right direction. The song that's playing now is Selfish. I did not realize that. Selfish, Kanye West, John Legend, Slum Village. Check that one out. This is a good song. I haven't heard this in years. So you do have some sort of supportive partnerships in your life. It says be supportive, make a genuine effort to show that you care. So exactly what the card says. Make sure you're showing up, be supportive, be generous, be genuine. Get the job done. What does that get the job done? So we have the cave. This can be like quiet time with your significant other, finding a moment of stillness to kind of get to deeper themes in life, getting to have like more intimate moments that are non-sexual, right? This can also just be connecting with someone on a deeper level and learning some important spiritual information and wisdom from that experience. Maybe doing shadow work with someone else, alongside someone else. Could also be like feeling in a deep way, but feeling protected or safe to do so. And I'm hearing love is a two-way street. But there's some sort of clarity that comes with this connecting, right? And I just keep hearing shadow work. Someone may be rewatching like the Harry Potter movies. Allow things to unfold at this time. So if you're not seeing, with this cave card, if you're not really seeing the bright light at the end of the cave, at the end of the tunnel, that's okay. You're in the in-between. There's some sort of connecting that needs to happen. I'm also hearing solidarity. So take it as it resonates. There is some sort of gift that is either going to be given or received. So being supported and being supportive. Take it as it resonates. Think of a question. Pause this video if you need more time. It can be any question, anything at all that might be lingering. Someone may go to like an art gallery very soon and see like synchronicities within the paintings, or see yourself within the paintings, something like this. So quiet time. This could be like date night, quite literally. Think of a question. Pause the video if you need more time. Oh, I just seen Sharon's synchronicity. I love that. Pile number 4, your answer is no. And we're going to get the last card for this reading. Make sure that you're showing that you care at this time through your actions. Pile number 4. Face any fears. Trying is better than not trying. And just know that what you have to say or what you're doing is important. Who you are is important. So there is a situation, I'm not sure what you asked, but there is a situation that has a deadline. There is a time frame that something needs to be accomplished. So this could be work related. This could be financial, like bills. So there is some sort of deadline. Do forgiveness work so that you can meet your deadline. So forgive yourself, forgive others. Thank you, pile number 4. You may be drawn to other piles. Comment down below an orange heart if this resonated, to represent harvest coming in, a flow of abundance, some sort of hard work paying off. And if you see any orange hearts while you're out and about, or just the color orange in a significant way that stands out to you, that is your confirmation that this was your pile and this was your message. The song that's playing right now is Triggered by Jhené Aiko. So make sure you're dealing with your triggers in a positive way. Don't get too distracted. Remember that triggers are opportunities to do healing work. Thank you, pile number 4, for being here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell button if you want to be notified when I'll be live next. And as always, you guys can pop in and get a reading from me while I'm live. Or you can check out the link down below and book a personal reading. And I would love to connect with you guys in that way. So if you're interested in one, just check out that link. It's right there down below. And we have tons and tons of different types of content on this channel, so check us out. Go to the page, find something you like, and I hope that you guys have a good holiday season. I'll definitely be back. I'll be back before the year is out. And maybe you can comment some pick a card reading ideas, or follow us on Instagram. Let me know over on Instagram. What do you guys want to see with these readings? Should we do like, what are they thinking? How do they view me? Or predictions, 2025, winter messages. Let me know. Do you guys have more specific pick a card readings that you'd like to see from me? And I will make it happen. I want to cater to your needs. So thank you for being here. I will see you guys very, very soon. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Peace out.